My name is Ryan Asquith, firefighter paramedic with Newport News Fire Department, based in Newport News, Virginia. Consists of 11 stations, currently on B shift. We run an average of 55,000 calls per year. Today's lesson we're going to give is going to be on rope. If you need to use the restroom today, the restroom is going to be just around the corner here. And if there's an emergency, our exit is going to be right here to the left. All right. So today's course is going to be, like I said, on rope. A couple things we're going to do is have a discussion on rope, talk about some of the ins and outs of rope, what it's used for. Some of the knowledge objectives are going to be rope strength, different types of knots, things of that nature. Then we will head out into the bay and we will have some students demonstrate tying knots around objects used in hoisting or dragging, and then we will go from there. Some of the more of the knowledge objectives are going to be some life safety versus utility. So two types of ropes in that regard. You're going to have life safety rope, which is going to be used to hold or extricate an individual or lower an individual out of a IDLH. That rope is to only be used once, never to be used previously for any reason whatsoever. So that life safety rope is really only going to be used for using a human to get out of something. The other types of rope that we have is going to be utility rope. That's going to be mostly used or only used for hoisting tools, running knots, using carabiners and things of that nature. That rope can be used multiple times and can never be used for life safety. It's not suited for that. Let's see. Other types of rope with life safety rope is going to be some personal escape rope. That's also going to be used as considered life safety rope as well. Lots of firefighters keep that stuff on their turnout gear in case situation goes bad and they've got a little piece of rope. Situation calls for that. We're going to move into rope construction. All new ropes for the fire service, I should say, are all made of things nylon, polyester, propylene. Those are going to be ropes that are used in the fire service. There's other types of ropes that are made from natural fibers. Typically, those would be ropes used for sailing and stuff like that. You won't see that in the fire service. Historically, they used to be in the fire service, but no longer. There's ropes that are specifically made for tech rescue and things of that nature. When it comes to the newer ropes that are used in the fire service, they're going to be much stronger than natural fibers. They're also going to be resistant to mold. They're going to be resistant to rotting. A lot of the fibers in new rope, all the fibers in new rope will extend all the way out through the length of the rope. So all the fibers in the inside of the rope are the exact distance or the exact length of the entire rope. So that's something you'll find there. One of the downfalls of synthetic ropes is they are suspect to UV exposure. They do sustain abrasions and cuts, which is why maintaining your rope, which we'll get into a little later, is very important as well. Different types of rope construction. So you have ropes that are twisted ropes into strands. That's called stranding ropes. Many strands are just twisted into the rope. You also have braided rope construction, which is basically woven like braided hair. And then so you're also going to have the kern mantle rope, which is going to be the most common rope in the fire service. Typically, that's going to be the strongest rope you have. Used multi-use rope, utility rope, and life safety rope as well. So you're going to have two parts of this rope: the kern and the mantle. So their kern is going to be the core. That's the center of the rope. So that's going to be the part of the rope that's got the most strength, bears the most weight. It's going to be approximately 70% of the strength and load bearing capabilities of the rope is going to be taken by the kern. The mantle is going to be your braided covering. So that's the part you got your hands on. That's the part that you can see and inspect. Those are the parts that we're going to use to inspect the rope for any type of defects. It's going to also protect the kern from abrasions and dirt and anything that could damage the interior of the rope. The mantle will be there to protect it. These types of ropes, kern mantle, especially for tech rescue, is used pretty much solely for tech rescue operations, any type of vehicle extrications or life rescues, life safety stuff. Also, with kern mantle, you're going to have two types. You're going to have dynamic ropes. You're going to have dynamic and static ropes. So dynamic, not really using the fire service. That's going to be rope that actually stretches out, has some elasticity to it. So that's not really going to be something that you use in the fire service. That's going to be more of some mountaineering stuff, mountain climbing, some types of rescues of that nature. If your department is in that type of environment like that, you might have access to that kind of a thing, or have training on that sort of a rope. Static rope is going to be the one that's used in rescue and most of the fire service. That is going to be rope that does not stretch at all. It is subject to load shock though. So if a good amount of weight drops on the rope immediately, it's not going to have any give to it, and it's going to shock the rope. So that's going to need some immediate inspection after the incident is over. When you're going back and checking out all your gear, you're going to really want to make sure it's very important to have that rope that's been shocked checked, tested, maybe even taken out of service. You don't want anything that's going to fail for the next incident. So go into rope strength. So ropes are rated specific amounts of weight. That's NFPA 1983. So the minimum amount of weight is 300 pounds with a life safety factor of 15-1. So the minimum rope that you're going to see out on the street is going to be able to accommodate a 300-pound human being, and it only goes up from there. This also factors in for knots, twists, abrasions, any kind of shock loading like we discussed a few seconds ago. Moving into some tech rescue stuff, ropes are used to extricate people. Use of carabiners are used to connect ropes, knots, lots of things using harnesses and stuff used to secure a person, ropes to object, things like extrications and life safety stuff. Moving into some maintenance stuff, very important to inspect your rope, especially your utility rope and your life safety rope. Your life safety rope shouldn't really need inspection too much as long as you're keeping it stored properly, which is out of the sun, not letting it get dirty. Keep that thing in your pocket so nothing really gets. It's good to look over as well. But the big four things of maintenance of ropes are going to be care, clean, inspect, and store. So you want to care for your rope. You don't want to, it's like any other tool. You want to take care of that thing. Make sure you're not running it over. It's not being left outside. It's not hitting any of the weather elements. When you use it, you want to make sure you inspect it again. Cleaning your rope is very important as well. As we all know, in the fire ground, things can get kind of messy. Weather elements, tools, load shocking, all sorts of things can happen to a rope. So we want to make sure we clean it. Usually they're always going to go for the manufacturer's recommendations, which are mild detergent and a little bit of warm water. And we're going to just give that a nice scrub, clean out any dirt, debris that could be stuck in there from an incident. Then we want to move into the inspection phase. So we want to inspect the entire rope, all sides of the rope, the whole length of the rope. Make sure there's no cuts, abrasions, burns, deformities, cracks, discolorations, anything of that nature. We're going to want to have take care of. And if we do find any of those things, we're going to want to take that out of service and have that rope replaced with a new rope that is fit for duty. And then we want to store the rope properly as well. Very, very important. Don't want to put away wet rope. And that's going to allow mildew or other types of things to not allow the rope to be at the best of its ability. We want to store it after it's dried out from washing. We want to store it properly in a nice rope bag. I'm going to keep that where our rope bag goes and take care of it. We're going to move into knots now, which is probably the main thing when it comes to rope in the fire service. Knots are prescribed way of fastening ropes to objects or to each other. Firefighters must know how to use ropes and knots. It's a basic skill in the fire service. They include knots, hitches, bends, loops, safety knots. We got a couple different parts of the rope. I got my rope right here. So right here is going to be my working end. So my working end right here at the end of the rope. So this is what we're going to use to tie knots. And then we have the running end. It's going to be all the way out here. That's going to be my running end. And that's going to be the part that's used to hoist an object or a tool, or it's going to be attached to something, an object. Right in the middle of that, we're going to have the standing part. So right in the middle, this is my working end, this is my running end, all the way through the end of the rope, and right in the middle is going to be my standing part, is part of me. That's going to be the part in between the working and running end. Couple of knots that all firefighters should know, basic knots. We're going to go out to the Bay Area here in a little bit and have our students display and demonstrate how to tie knots, the certain knots, just standing still. We're going to have our students tie knots to objects, to tools, different types of knots for different tools, different uses for those knots and tools. And we're going to do some hoisting and go from there. So that's going to be right after this. A couple of beginning parts of the rope. So right here, we're going to have a bite right here. Here, that's going to be my bite right here. So that's a good way to start most knots, on a bite. Then we're going to go ahead and make a loop. It's just going to be a simple loop, just like that. Another base start to lots and lots of knots. There we go. And then we're going to make a round turn. We're going to have our loop, and I'm going to make a round turn right around it. So we have parallel ends right there. That's going to be our round turn. All right. So some of the knots that we're going to work on out in the Bay Area is going to be a safety knot. That's used to tie off any knots that are not inherently secure to begin with, which is a good amount of knots. Always safe to put a safety knot on something. Pretty sure that's why they call it a safety knot. Half hitch, good for tying off like ladders and whatnot. Clove hitch, just another little hitch on top of that. We're going to do a figure eight. We're going to do a figure eight on a bite. We're going to do a figure eight follow through, and a bowline. Also a sheet and becket bend with a little bit of webbing. And we're going to hit the bay floor and go ahead and do that. And let's see what we got to conclude our classroom portion of this. Like I said, ropes and knots are widely used in the fire service. Basic skill. A lot of people tell you it is the most perishable of skills. And once you stop tying knots, it is difficult to remember them all and be proficient at them. So it is a very, very, very perishable skill. Very important to always just kind of keep tying knots in some of your downtime. Like I say, you will lose that skill quickly, and it's make you look kind of foolish when you're on the fire ground trying to figure out how to tie a knot that you know how to do 1,000 times, but you haven't done it recently, and going to make you look a little silly. And again, we have the two types of knots, the two types of ropes. We have life safety and utility. Utility used for tools, hoisting, and life safety for human rescue, person rescue, or personal rescue. Don't forget about the many materials of ropes. Mostly going to focus on kern mantle and the different types of construction of ropes. Again, ropes are very, very heavily used in tech rescue incidents or extrications. All ropes require proper care. Knots we talked about, we're going to use those to fasten ropes to each other and to other objects. We are going to do a quick quiz real quick on some oral questions. The first one being the two types of ropes. If you can answer that for me, that'd be great. And then what is the main type of rope construction? Also that. And then when we get back from the Bay Area, I'm going to pass out this quiz to the 3 of my students right here. And we're going to go ahead and grade that, see how we did today. And again, thank you for sitting in the class. We're about to head out to the Bay Area right now and go and do some knots. Thanks again. Again, my name is Ryan Asquith, firefighter paramedic with Newport News Fire Department, Newport News, Virginia. And thank you for sitting in on this class.
You're good there. It's not going anywhere. Don't be afraid to give yourself extra.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about Ryan's video.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care.
I assumed you weren't going to keep any audio.
I don't know how to even take it out, so.
I'm just
I mean,
I don't give a fuck.
don't walk in front of it, bro.
Sorry, brother. I thought it was over. And my presentation was going well, but then I failed. Profanity. Wait, before I tell him to do it, I need to make sure I can do it. I haven't done it in a while.
Right, you have it here.
Yeah.
All you have to do is take it over.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You just changed it.
All you have to do is follow it.
Ready. You turn it upside down.
All right. Is it still a photo pitch, dude?
You got it. Work through it. You got it. Nope. Wait. Can't switch it in.
Pull it back through. Don't you get it?
No.
You just didn't pull it around.
No. Like this. Like this.
Yep, follow it. Follow it. Keep it going now.
Wait.
Just follow it. Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me see.
Mm-mm.
No. What are you talking about?
Try again.
Yeah. Take that step. Yeah, that one's
I'm in a
sketchy.
very bad spot right
Yeah,
now.
that one's sketchy.
I am not sure if this chair is big boy approved.
Just plant your feet, brother.
Why I do that? No.
Yep.
Wait, how does it feel wearing a new shirt?
It's weird. They're really fucking long.
I really don't get how that shirt does it. Just holds in all them big old
I
fireman.
thought you would be in the
them
gym
big old
right now.
fireman muscles. I'm just saying, I'm with him. That's exactly what I said.
That's exactly what I said. I'll do
Alright.
it. Two
No,
rights
you're
make
good.
a
I
wrong.
got you.
So
Figure 8.
I just want you to think about all the people who are going to watch this video.
For a figure 8, the thing I like to do is keep it on the outside of my thumb, bring it around once, and then back through. There's your 8. You take your rabbit and make sure you have your hole already made. Take the rabbit, wrap it around the object, bring it around, and same thing. Bring it through the hole, around the tree, back in the hole, grab the tree, pull. Safety knot. There's your bowl. You have, are you ready?
Yeah.
You have a hole. You have a rabbit. Rabbit goes through the hole. There are 2 trees. You only want 1 tree, so you're going to grab this tree. Go around the tree, back through the hole, pull from the tree and the rabbit. There's your bowline. Now, you just need to tie a safety knot. Safety knot's the hardest part.